Holland is a Christian country, like all countries in Europe. But mainly it's a Protestant, the Protestant tradition in Holland is very strong. It started in the 16th century with Martin Luther in Germany, and in Holland it was Calvin. And he had a lot of influence in Holland. And there was another thing going on. Holland wanted to be independent from Spain. So they started a war. The deeper grounds of the war had to do with economics, with money. People didn't want to pay any tax to the Spanish government. Holland was a very rich republic what made money out of trade. Protestantism and trading was a very good one. Amsterdam, well, I think the history of Amsterdam is not the same as the history of Holland. That Amsterdam is not ruled by a king and not ruled by the church. There has not been a bishop of Amsterdam. There was a bishop in Utrecht, 30 kilometers beneath Amsterdam. There's a bishop in Haarlem, that's 15 kilometers direction to the sea from Amsterdam. But in Amsterdam itself, there was not a bishop. In the Roman Catholic Church, well, you have to speak with the preacher, and the preacher speaks with the bishop, and the bishop speaks. There are all kind of levels of power, but in Protestant philosophy, you have a person who's directly responsible to God. I think that was very important. Amsterdam, everybody had freedom to live his own life. So from whole Europe, intellectuals came to Amsterdam to publish their books. In Paris, for example, or in Rome, they would be punished by the church, probably be killed. But in Amsterdam, nobody bothered. Everybody said, well, it's your responsibility. It didn't matter if you were Roman Catholic, Jewish or Protestant. And say Amsterdam, for a lot of people in the world, it has a kind of magical sound in it. I think in those days, from the days from Voltaire, Amsterdam had the same magical sound. Nowadays, still, I think the Amsterdam mentality has not changed toward sexual morality, toward soft drugs. They're always trying to find a pragmatic solution.
Amsterdam is known by their liberal climate. Why? Because the city where lots of people from all over the world are trading their goods is a place where you have to have a certain liberal culture, liberal climate. And in this liberal climate we allowed prostitution to take place in the inner city of Amsterdam. Amsterdam is worldwide known by its red light district. When I started in the Amsterdam police force 40 years ago, it was a totally Dutch business with Dutch women behind Dutch windows and with clients from all over the world. And then, in this liberal climate, then the borders fell away in Europe, for example, and it was mixed up with people from all over the world. And then the criminal effects of prostitution infiltrated the red light district. So you saw that people traded women all over the world, brought, for example, ladies from Czechia to Holland, from African countries to Holland, and so on. Dus from all parts of the world, prostitutes were brought to Amsterdam because you could earn a lot of money with it. It was main problem in let's say 20 years ago. But when we legalized the prostitution business, we have about 250 windows, 50 clubs, and still 50 with sex theaters, from example. We check it, and that's the place where it can take place, and we don't allow it in the streets any longer, so we will also arrest the girls when they want to stay in the streets as prostitutes.
Dal punto di vista legale si può inquadrare perché fortunatamente in Italia abbiamo un sistema normativo certo, quindi la prostituzione finora non è un reato, che cerchino di farla passare mascherando sotto vari fattispecie questa cosa, però la nostra normativa nazionale prevede in modo molto chiaro che la prostituzione non sia un reato. Ora, con tutte queste nuove ordinanze di questi sindaci creativi, che del resto sono stati autorizzati dal nostro governo a emanare appunto ordinanze, stanno facendo un po' passare, secondo me, il fatto che la prostituzione si avvicini molto ad un reato, nel senso che chi si avvicina alla prostituta, chi fa l'attività sulla strada, eccetera, è oggetto di ammende e quindi non è un reato, perché altrimenti ci sarebbero delle pene detentive, eccetera. Sono solo pene pecuniarie, quindi dei soldi, delle multe che vengono comminate. Però è altrettanto vero che adesso la nuova frontiera delle ordinanze è l'attività di prostituzione all'interno dei condomini, quindi alla fin fine forse si può anche commentare tutto questo insieme di atti amministrativi emanati da più sindaci come un po' di persecuzione nei confronti delle prostitute. Questo almeno è quello che penso io. Comunque la prostituzione non è un reato, che piaccia o non piaccia.
Io credo che una certa responsabilità nel far dire a voi oggi che fate questa domanda perché l'amministrazione si occupa soltanto delle ordinanze che riguardano la strada, la punizione sostanzialmente dei clienti, una certa responsabilità sia anche nel modo in cui vengono comunicate oggi le politiche di contrasto alla tratta, allo sfruttamento della prostituzione. Cioè, sembra che il nemico siano le prostitute, che la questione sia solo una questione di decoro, di ordine pubblico. In realtà la prostituzione comincia con la riduzione in schiavitù di una ragazza.
The profit of the legalized system is that you can check the ladies regularly on their health. So, do they have HIV or other diseases? You have to visit the doctor. That's part of the system. So that's good for the health of your community. And another part is you can check them out whether they are forced to do the job or not. When you find out in the system that they are forced, you will try to take them out.